Benjamin Betts. It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby. You know what's up? Yes, Benjamin Betts, baby. All right, we're back. Episode dose.
Love it.
Of Benjamin Betts. I'm here. My name's Cory. This is Jared. I'm in Waco.
What's up, everybody?
He's in Tennessee.
I'm out in Nashville area, Tennessee, and Cory, I'm feeling good because our bets are popping, baby.
Oh,
they're hot.
I couldn't have.
To Vegas right now.
We're going to Vegas. We got the plane. If I didn't have a baby that was just born a week ago, we would be there at Caesars right now.
Well, listen, baby needs a full ride to college.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Cory needs a retirement account. Let's
baby
go.
Gonna need some clothes. He needs some more diapers. Jared, we've gone through like 12 diapers in a day. Is that a lot?
They poop as much as the Titans defense. Like it is just
poop. Well,
or it's that bad, or the Jets, or
well, let's just get into it. So our week one was pretty good. This was a good start to our season. Why don't you go through it? We finished 6-8, which is an incredible percentage.
6 of 8.
I'm sorry.
8, not 6 and 8. Yes.
I'm sorry. That would be really bad.
2. That would be a terrible, mildly mediocre week for us. We went 6-2,
yeah.
6 of 8.
We're hitting 75% right now. But I want you to go through it because there's a caveat to why we're 75%, where this could have easily been 100%. So go through it real quick.
Look back at our bets. We took the under on Giants Titans. That was close, but we were right. We took the money line on Pittsburgh. That worked out well for us.
Tomlin
coming down.
5 turnovers.
Bet on Tomlin. Always bet on Tomlin. We took the revenge game, saying that Cleveland was going to stomp Baker. It was a little bit closer, a little bit of that fourth quarter run, but again, we were right.
We were right. 75-yarder to Anderson. I mean, that game got too close. It was not as close as that score was.
It was not as close, but we still got it done. I mean, a child would have taken Ravens minus 6.5 against the Jets.
My newborn baby had that one.
Yes,
your 2-year-old
could have taken that.
All the
with
kids
with Joe Flacco throwing the ball in New York. Like, please. And then your 2-leg teaser paid off as well. We gave some more points to Chicago, which they didn't end up needing.
Yeah,
which was a big surprise.
Huge.
And then Baltimore, we just kind of hedged our bets.
Yeah.
Okay, Baltimore minus 1.5, which we didn't need.
Yeah.
And then the last one, which my personal bet was taking Miami at home. Yep. Take Miami at home earlier in the year, man. Nobody wants to go play down in the swamp.
Especially the Patriots. They don't want to go down there. Like they want the cold game. Yeah. I'll say though the teaser. So the Chicago, Baltimore tease. That's our make the mortgage bet too. So we want to hit all our bets, right? We want charity to do well. We want you as a listener to have maybe a little tip or two going into things. But that one, to me, those are the ones we never want to miss because you got to make your mortgage payment. And we were, like you said, comfortably covered that teaser. Yeah.
You got your mortgage paid, and now your son is wearing Gucci
You're good.
diapers.
Gucci diapers. Gucci pacifiers. We golden.
They looking real good after this week.
Well, and I want to say one thing, and then before we dive in here, this was the week, both college and NFL, where they're hiring for kickers right now, right? I mean, I think kickers are. There's a lot of kickers. You and I, we've talked about this on our show. We're big Baylor fans. I think our kicker got left at BYU. We're not bringing him back. The Titans probably need to fire their kicker. Cleveland fire their kicker. Even though Denver, it was a 64-yarder. Fire that kicker. Like the kickers, man. This was all the kickers.
Listen. I don't understand. It's whoever coaches Russell Wilson can't make the right decision. You're on the 1-yard line to win the Super Bowl, hand the damn ball off. Yeah. You're driving, you just paid this man hundreds of millions of dollars, 4th and 5 for a 64-yard field goal. Throw the ball. Is it something like that he does to coaches that makes them just make the wrong decision? I don't understand.
Because he sits on the sideline, he just claps. And he's always like, "Oh yeah, good decision. I'm glad they did that." That's just Russ. I was so happy. I told you, that's the only win I wanted all year. Now we can lose 16 in a row, but I just wanted that, and it was glorious. That was so amazing.
It was. I'm sure it felt good for the crowd, but the only thing that felt bad for us in our week is we took the spread against the Saints, and this negated what would have been an epic parlay because they were part of our parlay, and we did just take a regular bet with them minus 5.5.
Yep.
And that game was just ugly. I've said it before. I do not like the Falcons as a team, but I do have to give them their credit. They're a lot better than I thought they were.
Yeah, for sure.
And they showed up in that game.
Yeah.
They were winning most of that game.
And Kyle Pitts had like 2 catches. Like that wasn't even a game. Yeah. Like they're like a unicorn guy wasn't even a factor. It was just like throwing the ball around, running it. They timely defense. Like the Saints just couldn't. They went up 7-3. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I think we'll cover this 5.5. And it just back and forth. And the fact, there could have been a weird scenario where it could have gone to overtime. And then you hope the Saints get the coin toss, chuck it for a field goal or for a touchdown and win and cover the spread. But yeah, that was weird, dude. Oh, we had that in our 6-team teaser or 6-team parlay. Yeah, man, that would have been
so many things. I think the kickers were just spending their offseason like Allen Iverson, just going practice. Practice. We're talking about a game. We're talking about practice. And because it was clear there ain't a kicker in the country practicing right now.
No, not at all. Not at all. Did Koo? No, young Yaku. He's always the one I try to get in fantasy. He's like the Korean kicker for the Falcons. Yeah, I didn't get him this year. But yeah. So it's not a good day to be a kicker, Jared.
Not a good day to be a good kicker, but like we said, great week for us.
Yep.
6-2. We missed the big one, but we still netted a good chunk of change for charity. We're up. We're playing with house money at this point.
House money.
And it's time to dig in again this week.
All
Come
right.
up with some crafty picks. Look at some parlays. Look at some leg teasers. So I'm going to start with you. Where do you want to go? How do you want to spend that $100 on Benjamin bets this week?
For sure. I got a $10 one right here, right out the gate that I feel pretty confident about. Hold on, I'm trying to get it loaded here. So Philadelphia, Detroit. You know how many points were scored in that game last week?
I think it was like 69, your favorite number.
Like a million. Yeah, it was actually a little more than 69. 72. I think I'm right. Was it 38? No, it was 38-35. It was a ton of points. You got to take the over on this. I can't even. Commanders is still a weird name. The Commanders and Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I think Washington, obviously, they're going to play a little bit more defense than Philly's going to play. But this is at Detroit. You know, they're indoor. I think Detroit, they showed a lot. A lot of people thought they're going to be good this year. I think they're just going to score a bunch of points. I think Washington's going to score a bunch of points. 48.5. Like, come on. That's 28-22. That's 50 points. Like, I think $10 on the over. Both teams seem healthy. You know, Gibson was good for the Commanders. Carson Wentz wasn't throwing a bunch of interceptions. Detroit, they're going to move the ball. I like this. Over 48.5.
I think that's a fantastic bet. Like, Carson Wentz has something to prove right after being this heralded quarterback and now bouncing around and not having a lot of success with all these teams.
Yeah.
I agree. This is like, I think that's a great first pick.
Yeah. No pressure on him too, right? Like Carson Wentz, like he was just leftovers, right? And
Washington is where quarterbacks go to die.
Where they go to die.
There's no pressure.
It's like Tunica. That's where they go to die.
Where games go to die.
Yeah. So anyway, I like that. My first bet.
All right, let me start where 2 games that I just absolutely want to stay away from this week. And that is, I don't want anything to do with Chargers Chiefs tonight. Like that is a battle of the Titans. That's something I just want to sit back and enjoy from a fan standpoint. And honestly, I think that game could go either way. The line right now is Kansas minus 4.5.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I think they're saying like, yeah, this is going to be close, and I agree with that. I don't see this getting out of control. I think the Chargers struggled a lot, but they just show up. They show up against the Chiefs. Divisional game. I also like all these early divisional games.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the schedule making here. So I don't want any part of that game, and I for sure don't want any part of Cleveland at Jets. Like we said, there's like a bunch of, you know what, thumping a doorknob. Like, you just cannot get near that game. It's not going to be any type of pretty football. The line is Cleveland minus 6.5. I don't want any part of that game.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
Is there any way to entice you to take the under on that game? 30.
Yeah, I think the under could be at 10. I don't think anybody's. I don't know if that team knows how to. Either one of those teams knows what's going on. Like that could be an enticing bet. I just don't want any part of any taking the spread, taking the line. I don't want. I don't want any part of that.
We could tease the Jets 12.5 points. That's a lot of points. 12 points against Cleveland.
I think
we'll get back to it.
I just can't. But I will tell you what is interesting.
This
is a bet that I will take.
Okay.
The Saints burned us last week.
Oh no!
But I'm coming back to them because they're home against Tampa.
Okay.
And I can't tell, and this is where I'm interested in your input a little bit.
Okay.
I can't tell because you remember what happened in this game last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you remind me? I forget. What was last year?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was the shutout game.
Oh, where they shut the Bucks out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that was the matchup last year where Tom Brady just looked silly out there.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if that's going to happen again, but Tom Brady is the ultimate chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
So I think it's either going to be Saints win by 6 or Tampa by 40, and I'm not sure yet.
Well, okay, so and again, we're not these ESPN analysts. We might have some of this stuff wrong, okay? But I thought I saw a stat. The Bucks haven't beat the Saints since 2018. I saw that somewhere. 3 years.
You don't want to go down. No, don't nobody want to go play in the Superdome and all that voodoo.
Brady has not beaten the Saints while he's been on the Bucks. I've seen that, and I think that one is for sure true. So, I mean, yeah, dude, their defense was good. I know the Cowboys, again, super overrated, and then their quarterback got hurt. But, they looked bad, 19-3. I mean, I think Brady goes in, I think could score enough to win this game. I think it's probably low scoring. I don't think Jameis Winston, if he can't really figure out Atlanta, I don't think he's going to figure out the Bucks D. So I'm with you. I think I lean towards Tom winning this game, but I'm open to where you want to go.
I'm the odds right now for taking the Saints just in a win is plus 120.
Yeah.
So there's some money to be won there for charity. If you take Tampa, they're clearly the favorites at minus 142 straight up.
Okay.
But I'm tempted to roll with the Saints straight up in a struggle game.
Money line.
Give me money line on the Saints.
Right.
And I like the odds. And I do think Tom has a chip on his shoulder, and don't get me wrong, they look good. But I'm more of a believer in that Saints D.
All right.
Cameron and all those guys, again, especially at the Superdome where that crowd gets riled up.
Yeah.
Give me the Saints in a straight up win.
I liked seeing Michael Thomas come back. He scored 2 touchdowns last week, man. Talk about a guy that used to be pro and had been hurt to come back and score some touchdowns and hopefully be healthy. That's pretty cool. I don't know him at all. I just seem like I like that there's a little comeback story.
You've always drafted him when you can in fantasy.
Always.
That's your guy.
I can't believe I didn't pick him. Jarvis Landry.
looking like a baller out
He's
there.
probably
Winston throwing the ball to
I'm looking for someone to take Keenan Allen's place on my team right now, so it's probably going to be Landry, or it might be Kareem Hunt. I don't know. We'll see. I shouldn't have.
Well, you're gonna have to trade me for Landry, my brother.
Oh, you have Landry? I thought I had him. Oh, no, maybe a little trade. Maybe a little trade. All right. We'll talk later.
Man.
All right. I like that. Okay, so we're going money line the Saints. Okay. Third bet. I'd like to go back to the well. You're going back to the well that we didn't do so well on last week betting the Saints. I want to go back to Miami. I want to go to Miami, Jared.
Oh baby.
I think I want Tua to be good. I do. I just, again, I don't really have a skin in the game, but I just like the guy. I don't know why. I like him. So I want him to do well. I think they have a more complete team. I think they believe. I think they go to Baltimore. I like taking the spread here, plus 3.5. I think that covers the field goal stuff. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Like, I just have a feeling. Baltimore's got a good defense. Miami, again, the Patriots, and like Mac Jones got hurt, but they just didn't look good. So I don't know if it's their offense is bad or Miami's defense is good. I just think that's a low-scoring game. I like Miami plus 3.5.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm riding that.
You riding that?
I'm riding that.
Okay, we'll put.
I'm all in.
Okay, I'm gonna put 10 on that one. I'm gonna put 10.
Give me 10 on that.
Okay. $10, 10 smackaroos.
Give me that. All right, here is easy money. I don't care if this line said Buffalo minus 20, whatever it is. We're betting on Buffalo however we can because being up in Nashville, the Titans goofed it away. I'm not a believer in them this year, even though I'll bandwagon them if I have to.
Yep.
But the hard thing about Tennessee is they are the perennial team that plays to the level of the team that they're playing.
Sure.
That is why we are able to make good playoff runs. It's because, well, here's this game against Buffalo. It's the Titans that showed up against New York last week.
Yeah.
But the other part about this that makes me want to put some money, like take that spread, even though it's 9.5, it's like it's in Buffalo. You got the Bills Mafia up there rocking.
Yep.
I'm just not high on Tennessee at all this year.
Yeah.
Josh Allen just looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they stomp Tennessee and Tennessee goes 0-2. And I would take the Bills minus 9.5.
I like it. I think if you take that week one overreaction, hype, all the stuff, whatever, man, the Bills just looked so much better than everybody.
So much better.
Kansas City scored in their defense. I think Arizona is very questionable. So I'm curious what tonight looks like against San Diego. But besides the Chiefs, man, the Bills were just like, they just offense, defense. I'm with you, dude.
That defense looks stupid good now.
Yeah. I actually have this a little bit later in our show as well, so we might go back to this But let's I like it, dude. I like it. I think it's a $20 bet. I like it so much.
Ooh, bump it up to 20.
We bumping? Let's bump it to 20. 20. It's all about the 20s, baby. Buffalo minus 9. At Buffalo. Oh yeah, easy. Sorry, is Mike listening? No, he's not listening. That's good because Tennessee is his team.
Salty.
But I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he'd be very salty.
Okay,
what else you like?
All right, before I go to mine, let's just recap real quick. So we got the over on points 48.5. Commanders and Lions. We have the Dolphins plus 3.5 points against the Ravens. We have the Saints money line, just win outright against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now we have the Bills covering 9.5 points, winning against the Titans. So our money so far we've spent for charity is 20, 30, 40, 50. We got 50 down. We halfway there. All right. Where am I at? Where? Here it is. I didn't have the heart to bet this like over, under, or money line because inherently when your team is involved, it's always a little hard to root against them. So
divisional game. I can't believe you're going to bet on this.
I like the under San Francisco Seahawks matchup, under 41.5. I know, I get it. 23-20 screws us. I just don't see Geno passing against the San Francisco team. I don't see Rashad Penny running very well. And honestly, San Francisco, with if it was Garoppolo out there, I think they could manage some points. I don't think Trey Lance knows. And I think our Seahawks defense, we lost Jamal Adams, but the young guys, man, Brooks, linebacker, like they're actually not bad. We were texting that little group text with some friends of mine I grew up with, and I actually am impressed. I think we have a good building block for the defense. So I think we'll go $10. I won't go 20. And I am rooting. I want us to lose, right? I want Bryce Young. I know Alabama didn't play well against UT, but give the man the ball at the end. He scored a touchdown. Like, I think that's the winner. I want Jared as my quarterback. So I want to draft Young.
Well, then you better start tanking, bro.
We're tanking.
You're literally winning the division after week one. Everybody else in the NFC West lost.
I took a screenshot, so I have it. Being 1-0 was so nice. I was like, oh, baby. Now, if we win this game and we go 2-0, then, okay, I might switch my tune, and I'm like, okay, let's just find a free agent quarterback. Let's go. Let's win out. But I'm going under on this game, Jared. Seahawks, Niners. Under.
I like it, man.
I know it's a low under, Jared. I know I want you to be scared, but
no, I'm with it. I'm looking at now Bengals, Dallas, and this again, it's Dallas is pretty much in my mind the equivalent of the Jets without Dak Prescott. I was watching the Sports Center the other day, and I was like, who's backing Dak up? I don't even think that professionals knew. Like, they looked at these pictures and that could have been two people off the street in Dallas. No one knew. Like give me minus 7.5 at Dallas with Joe Burrow and then coming up like chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
For sure. I'll take the 7.5 and give me the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals are going to be hungry. I think they're going to be hungry to go out there. That was a bad performance. Like, I think 5 turnovers, I think is what it was. And holy cow, man. Like, the Super Bowl hangover, whatever. They're a young team. They're good. Dallas, there's probably something where road teams actually do pretty well in Dallas. I feel like I saw that somewhere a long time ago, just because they get up for Jerry World and all that stuff. And I don't know how Dallas is going to score. I don't.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Unless there's too many options on that Cincinnati offense. Like, everybody looked good last week, minus Joe Burrow throwing the interceptions. Like, some of those catches from Chase, and some studs on this team. So give me the Bengals minus 7.5. You can even throw a 1 in there, and I might be tempted to take them.
Throw a what in there?
Yeah, 17.5. I might even take Bengals minus 17.5. Throwing 1 in there.
We can all do the alternate spread. We need to start playing around with that. Maybe that'll be week 3. We'll start just picking one game and be like, we're going to add points to this or take points.
We'll do a small segment. It's just called Bet the Jets, and we'll see how many points we can tease out of their opponents and still maximize their money betting against the Jets. I mean, that's what we do in fantasy every year. We're looking at the worst team, we're like, oh, is there defense on waivers this week?
For sure.
That's how it is.
That's always how it is. Who plays? And it's like, at one point they will turn around. I mean, they have to. It's the NFL. There's parity. Like, I just don't get it how they can suck for this long, but they just do. Like, they just do. And
it's New York in general, man. The Knicks. Yeah. Like, it's just not happening in the Empire State right now.
They're like focused on other things or something. I don't know why New York is so sketchy. Even Brooklyn.
The Yankees. Like,
true.
The Yankees look, but they've been coming out of a slump too. And I don't think, I know we don't talk about baseball, but I don't think they're going to get past the Braves or the Dodgers or anybody.
The Mets are actually really good this year too.
The Mets look good too. Yeah. I think they lost the Subway, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, like what do you mean? When they did that series?
When they did the Subway series.
Yeah,
I think the Yankees took that,
They did. Yeah, I remember that. Mike Piazza, those teams, those Mets teams. No, I've actually been glued into Major League Baseball just because the Mariners, unless there's a huge collapse, we're going to make the playoffs. It's going to break the longest streak, I think, in professional sports is where we're at now for a team not to make the playoffs.
Wow.
2001, 21 years. So I think I read that somewhere where it's not just baseball, it's every sport, every pro sport.
That's really hard.
I think it's
That's
like
really hard.
the Kings, Sacramento Kings are very close, but I think the Mariners are the worst. And I remember that. That was Ichiro, that was MVP, Rookie of the Year. That was the year.
Oh, yeah.
And then it all crumbled. So that's our little baseball aside. We'll do a Mariners win the World Series bet later.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Okay. So Jared, we've spent 70. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna pitch something to you.
Come on.
We got $30 left for charity here. Do we just go with we go with a 6-team leg again, put $10 down, and then put the final 20 on the make the mortgage bet that I'm gonna pitch to you?
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm basing off of feelings this week, I just think this is going to be a very chaotic week in the NFL because we're still learning about a lot of teams.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm down to say give me a 6-team parlay at 10. I'll take that. Crazier things have happened. I want to win a big one of these for charity, too. Like, I want it.
Yeah.
But, and then I like making the mortgage, the Cory parlay, leg, teaser bet. I'm involved in that. So, yeah, I'll lock us in for 10 on that 16 parlay, and then what are you finishing this out with?
That just really quick before we're locking that in. That's plus 5,364. So we're $10 to win us $536. That's
big money.
We were one off last week, so
one off, man.
We're probably
inevitably we'll have the week where we go, where we got just one right. I'm hoping that's not this week.
It's not this week,
but
Jared.
If you don't put it out there, we're never going to hit it, right?
People are paying large money to listen to our podcast for free to get good and sound advice. Let's not go 06, but we might. That's very true. That could happen. But you know what's not going to happen?
Don't tell me.
We're making the mortgage, Jared. So
here we go.
Cue up the mortgage noise that we don't have yet, but we're going to get it. And I feel like a sponsorship is appropriate here, like Rocket Mortgage.
I agree. Yeah, where's Quicken Loans at?
Loans.
Come on, man. Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, come on. We need some sponsorships here for this section.
The Quicken Loans make your mortgage bet. But if it doesn't hit, we'll still cover it. No, they won't. Oh, dude, that's when we make it. That's when we make it right there. The Quicken Loans. All right. How do you want me to tee this up to you? I kind of gave you a hint already on how.
Yeah, you were circling around. You were circling around the Cleveland Jets game. You were circling around the Bills game.
Yeah.
I'm just curious whether this is just going to be a 2-team leg, or are you going 3-4 legger on me? What's happening here?
No. Remember the premise of this. This is the sure bet. Okay. So we always go even money on this one. So
Fair.
Now you're right. We could throw 4 in there and then add more points to make it even money. So you're correct. You're correct on that. I don't want to get wily yet. I think I want to just stick to 2 teams for right now. Okay, we got to pay our mortgage, Jared.
Got to.
Okay, our wives would not be happy if our homes
our children need a roof over their head.
Children need a roof over their head. So let's not get crazy. But this is where I'm at, 2 teams. I'm going to start with the one we already kind of talked about, then I'll do the one we haven't talked about. I love the Bills. I love the Bills at 9.5. I also love them at -5.5. In fact, I love it even more at 5.5. Or at 5. At 5.
You're paying the mortgage at 5.5.
At 5, I mean, -5. So they're the first team that we throw in here at -5. Okay. The Bills -5. They can do that. That is...
All day.
2 field goals, a touchdown, so many ways. I feel good at 9.5, but I don't want to get greedy because we need to make our mortgage. Okay?
Fair.
So that's the first part of this tease. The second one. We saw the Rams play. Okay? Opening night against those Rams, or against the Bills. They have rest. Obviously, they played on Thursday, so they had some rest. They just looked off. I don't know if it's the Super Bowl.
They did.
Right? They just looked off to me. Atlanta. Atlanta screwed us, Jared.
It did.
But they're going on the road. Give me 15 points. That's 2 touchdowns. Atlanta plus 15.
Wow. You paying the mortgage on Atlanta?
Atlanta plus 15. Tease with the Bills minus 5. That's making the mortgage. I would put my mortgage payment right there. I feel so good. That's happening.
Well, you've kept your house for 1 week, so let's hope that you can stay in it this week too. But you know you're my ride or die. I'll roll with you.
Let's
on
go.
That.
And you throw in,
go.
Okay, and let me make the point. I sense some hesitation. Okay, wait, hold on, Jared. This is Lauren calling. I did that on purpose, so we'll cut it. Hold on. Hey.
I'm trying to pump and I can't get the thing to work.
Let me see it. Okay, what happens when you turn it on?
It doesn't suction me.
Can you show me the machine? Point it down a little bit. Well, it's not on right now.
It's not on right now.
We'll turn it on. Let's see what happens.
It just doesn't. It does the thing, but it's not pulling my boot. Is this where the white part goes?
Yeah, that's where you did that all correct. Can you just turn on the machine so I can see what happens?
Your dad's gonna be here.
He's coming at 1:30. I talked to him. Did that girl bring the food?
Yeah. She's not doing anything.
How tight? Try the other one. Oh, you know what? Wait, have you pumped just one so far?
I haven't done any.
No, like in the past. Have we always done 2 at the same time?
No, we've done one before.
Okay.
It's like not working. Try the other bottle, I guess.
Try the other one. I'm finishing up in here. I'll leave in probably 10 minutes. Anything?
Well, this one's working. I don't know why.
Maybe the other one, maybe the hose is clogged. Oh, I'll take a look at it when I get home.
I thought I was just doing something wrong.
Yeah, it might be the hose. Okay. All right. I'll see you soon, boo. Okay, bye. Okay. Hello. All right. Did that go off of Roadcaster? Am I still on? Say something.
Hello?
Okay, I think you're in my ears. Am I still in there? Wait, hey Jared, say it again. I don't think he's in my headset. I think you're hearing him through the mic. Keep talking. Yeah. What do I need to do? Uh-huh. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna reconnect. We're good. I got 10 more minutes. How much time do you have? Okay, maybe 5 more minutes. We're doing one more. Hey, Allison, can you do the Bluetooth thing again? Yeah, I'm still not seeing it. Try it one more time. Let me go out and come back in. All right, that's good. Let's call him back.
Hello?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're on, baby.
I'm in your head.
All right. I don't know if the left headphone's working, but I can hear him on this one. Okay.
Excellent.
All right, you ready?
Excellent.
Okay, I
I'm ready.
remember where I was.
I'm ready.
Sorry, breast pump wasn't working. Had to give a tutorial.
Oh.
I don't know how I'm the one that knows how it works, but that's how it is. It's not in this one. It's fine. I can hear him. We got to wrap it up.
Please tell me that you tested that on yourself.
I tested it on Michael. I didn't put that on me yet. It was getting him. It was getting him good. No, this was the first day, Ellis. I was taking him back after changing. He was going for me. He was like, and I was like, no, there's no milk there. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I said I sense hesitation. Then I paused.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll pick
So
up.
you want me to say something after that?
Yeah. Say something.
Okay. Give me a second. I am a little hesitant. The Falcons just scare me. I'm wondering if the Rams were fluke off game. You know, Kupp still had a big game, but I don't think that. I think Allen Robinson just was like a ghost running around on the field until the last play of the game. A la your fantasy team. But if I've said this earlier, I will roll with you.
Yep.
I say we give it a shot. You paying the mortgage with this? Pay that mortgage plus 15 on Atlanta.
I know I'm going to be. Well, I'll say why. I know you're hesitant. Well, I'll go back to this other point, but I'll make one before that. I get it where it sounds hypocritical. We're talking the Bills up a ton. They beat down on the Rams, so maybe the Rams just played a tough team. And so if they play another team, they'll be better. I get it. New Orleans maybe just isn't as good. And so Atlanta just looked really good, you know. So I get it, but I think New Orleans is good. And I think Atlanta played well. I'm suspect of the Rams. I don't know Stafford. I'm questioned on Stafford if he's healthy all the way. Cam Akers, 3 rushing yards for 0 or 3 attempts for 0 yards, and they took him out of the game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't. Kupp had a ton of action because they were playing catch up and running, and I don't know. So I think Atlanta, Jared, if they hang with them, then we're solid. If they get down, call it 21 points or something, you can't tell me there won't be a garbage touchdown to Pitts. Like,
yeah, no, I don't disagree with you.
The Rams are going to let up.
I do feel better that it's like 15 and not 13.
Yeah, 15 makes it solid, right? 15 is great. The Rams, they're Super Bowl champs. They're not going to fourth quarter if they're up 21 with 8 minutes left. They're taking everybody out. Everybody's out.
They should take everybody out.
Yeah.
They have put so much money into their starters. They know backups in LA for the Rams, man.
No.
There's no plan B there.
So they take everybody out. And I think Atlanta, we get it to 15. I feel it in my bones. You make the mortgage. Call Rocket Mortgage. Call Quicken Loans. Whoever. Tell them, hey, this month I got it covered by another means than I usually pay. You call them. So that's
it's a done deal. Just go ahead and put it through.
So I want $20 on that bet. Make the mortgage. Teaser, Atlanta Falcons plus 15, Buffalo Bills minus 5. And that's how I'd like to spend our 100 for charity this week. And if you're listening and you want to make your mortgage or just have a little bit of fun, you got some things we've told you.
That's a good point, because we are here to play for charity, and you may be playing for some fun money.
Yeah.
You may be playing for something more serious. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I do stand by these bets. We came out strong. I don't want to see a slump moving forward. I don't want to come back this week and be the inverse. I want to see a good, strong, I'm going to even say plus 60% winning rate by the end of this first season. That's where I want us to be.
I think if we can be there, we can maybe make a career out of it. So let's stick to it.
Let's go.
Next day.
Let's go. I want to be better than that octopus that picks winners during March Madness. That's the ultimate goal.
The dog that goes to the bowl and chooses the.
Yeah, because that stupid octopus has definitely beaten me in past tournament brackets.
That's true.
Screw that. Screw him.
God, too much. When it gets to March, it's going to be glorious. We'll hop back into it.
They're gonna be some wild multi-team parlays. Maybe we'll even be the first perfect bracket. That would just be amazing.
Maybe then our name would be Put some respect on our name.
Put some respect. Those are the guys that had the perfect bracket. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Benjamin Betts.
Well, now we're betting $100,000 every week.
The new title of the show: 1,000 Benjamin Betts. Here we go. We watched Slumdog Millionaire the other night, and do you remember one of the questions is they ask him which president is on the $100 bill? Yeah. And the only thing I could think of was our show. It's like Benjamin Betts. It's Benjamin Franklin.
We'll do a great little social media Slumdog campaign.
There you go.
Where it's just our faces on the bill instead of it. That'd be great.
That's going to happen.
All right, but we digress.
We're
excited for week 2 of the NFL. Follow with us, make some bets, win some money. We're here doing it for charity. Like we said, do it for yourself.
Yep.
But we'll be back next week, hopefully with some good reports.
Hopefully, baby. 60%. Let's do it.
Let's roll. All right. For Jared and Cory, this has been Benjamin Betts. We will catch y'all next week.
Adios.
Yeah.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast. Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Mike.
And we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.